Welcome in. It is that time again. Yes, it is Rainier Rushdown, your favorite free bi-weekly Street Fighter rookie bracket, number 9 overall. And if you're joining us just right now, it means you're right on time to jump into some fierce preliminary matches. I am Leaf, and joining me is the illustrious UWeeb AAA. How is it going?
It's going good. I don't know about illustrious, but it is always a good time being here. How you doing, Leaf? Everything's going great on my end.
Yeah, me too, me too. I'm stoked to see some new, some good Street Fighter. This will be our first rookie bracket, I believe, that has Ed. So,
Oh, that's true. We're probably gonna see a lot of fumbling in that case, right? A lot of people are gonna be getting away with some cheese, some tech maybe that they've been hiding. Who knows? I feel like this character, he's very complicated, right? There's going to be a lot of uniqueness. There's going to be people putting their own flavor on him. So that's going to be really interesting to see. Hopefully somebody's actually playing him in this tournament. That would be really awesome.
Yeah, I see one person, two people perhaps, in our lobby that might be running him tonight, but you never know if those are just like the secondary for the weekend kind of thing, you know? We'll figure out what it's gonna be, but I feel like tonight we have like a fair number of people that, could take it. Like the usual mix, we got 15 people looks like right now, and it's the usual mix of a lot of familiar faces. I know Taera, Clemency, Zurikhan, and Everfree are regular attendees, Cryptid of course as well, regular attendees of this bracket, but some unknown names tonight as well. So I think we're gonna see a pretty fun show, hopefully.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm a big Cryptid fan, so I'm always going to be rooting for him, but I always try my best not to show my bias during these times, but, can't help but root for the homies.
No.
But yeah,
And
we got a
speaking of-
solid... Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, speaking of rooting for the homies, speaking of the homies, the PNW Street Fighter crew, as always, shout outs to everybody who comes out to these events, helps run these events, and if you would like to be a part of it before we hop into these matches, you can, of course, scan that code down somewhere over there, and get into that community and start showing us your stuff too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we are blessed this time around with so many different locals and so many different events, especially if you're in the Seattle area. I mean, several different events coming up like Fight Kingdom. If you're a big anime fan, we got Zurikhan coming up. And yeah, hopefully I'll be able to make out to one of those because I haven't gone in quite a little bit, but it is always available, and it's honestly one of the things where you don't realize how nice it is until you don't have it. I hear all these stories about like they only got online communities, and to have such a large available amount to us, it's such a good thing to build each other up and make each other stronger.
Totally. Yeah, apes together strong, right? And yeah, it takes a village. Looks like we might be getting straight into our first match though, and I think we're getting what we were hoping for. I see Diamond 2, Ed, perhaps Diamond, maybe the rank callouts are unnecessary, but I do see an Ed.
I see. So LonelyVar is going to be going up against LOTUS, it looks like. And LOTUS, if I can scroll down here real quick, it looks like they maybe have a different name on CFN, but I currently don't see him in the lobby. Maybe we're still trying to get a hold of him. But, what are your impressions of this character so far? I'm seeing a lot of mixed things, but mostly on the negative side, which is a little bit worrying. I'm seeing Punk saying this character, he's definitely fun. I think a lot of people think he's fun. He's really unique. But, as pros always do, it's like, they only care about that stuff for like a week or two, and then they actually decide, it's like, do I care or not,
Totally. No, I feel you. A lot of nobody's denying that he's really cool, right? And I think a lot of people are stoked about that because I'll be the first person to tell you he was not cool in 5. Shoutouts to production. Hey,
oh yeah. What's good, my Dash EXTP, love that shit, bro.
But like that's part of him in this, right? He's very complicated as a result. And as a result, a lot of people are saying that he's working quite a bit harder for a lot of the similar returns that characters like, say, Guile or Luke can get for less effort.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of Guile, I mean, here we are with our first matchup where we're going to see one of Ed's strengths, which is actually, I feel that he deals with zoning quite well given his tool set. He has lots of different fireball options. You know, he has his own fireball, he has the flicker, he has just an amazing way to deal with them. But
it's interesting that you say that, because I haven't played this matchup yet personally, but I've heard a lot of people so far say that this is a really difficult one for Ed. Of course, his fireball, he's got the two-parter, right? So it's a lot more commitment.
I feel like whenever you pick up like a character initially, especially somebody like Ed who has lots of tools, it might be difficult to initially figure it out. I mean, these Guile players have been playing since release, like everything's optimized still, so maybe we won't see how the matchup plays out immediately, but I feel like on paper, at least when I look at Ed's tools, I'm like, he definitely has the tools that he needs. You know, his buttons, I think, are big enough to contest Guile's, he has good damage, and he has good anti-fireball options, and he's got the combos going into level 2.
Can we? No! But we pick it back up.
Reset.
Now, I really like where you're going with that thought, though, right? Like, because I feel like we were seeing a lot with the first day of Rashid, if you recall. Everybody was like, oh, he's not that strong, he's not that strong. I feel like people pretty universally agree that he's somewhere in that top 8 conversation now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it's very telling when you see Angry Bird, of all people, dropping Ken and trying to look at Rashid more, and look at that bait on the DP, and LonelyVar taking this first game, making it look quite easy for Ed to get in, like I was talking about. Maybe a little bit shaky at the beginning, but, you know, Eddie's definitely got these tools.
It makes me wonder, what's the answer? What can Lotus really do to shake things up? Because like you said, very, very simple character, been played very simply for a very long time. Are they overcomplicating it? What is truly needed here?
Yeah, and like something that you're gonna see right there, that EX flicker that Ed has, not only does it give you a combo and hit like you saw right there, but it's also a plus on block. Really good way for him to close the gap against Guile, who's zoning him out all day.
Totally. And we're seeing kind of a defensive playstyle most of this time, it seems, from Lotus. There's our first round from Lotus on the board. But yeah, LonelyVar looking more than comfortable to just continue taking the screen space that Clobberin just given him.
Oh man, anti-air perfect parry, and he's, see, like we were talking about before, using that snatcher to just close the distance and get plus frames, and you notice how he baited it that time. He did the short one, he didn't do the grab to pull him in for plus frames, baiting him out and beating the DI.
Very smart play indeed. Ooh.
Yeah, when I saw this character's trailer, it's one of the things that I thought about immediately, because I was like, I'm not trying to be grabbed every single time he throws out this move. I need to figure out how to deal with it immediately, or it's going to get really toxic quickly.
Totally. Ooh, and is this an answer? It could be one. Not CA yet, but the damage is nice. Clobberin, Lotus sitting on a very small deficit at this point. Make that a lead.
Yeah. Oh man, Lotus, he doesn't have to make any big commitments here. If Lotus is just patient, now he's out of the burnout state, and he's got bar to work with.
But still, Lotus, Lonely, not really showing off of any of Ed's really nice anti-air options.
Yeah, I mean, that muscle memory is definitely going to take time. He's got a DP of his own. You know, he's got that, I believe, stand heavy kick or stand medium punch as well. I don't remember, or no, stand medium kick, I'm sorry. But he's got definitely a plethora of anti-airs to work with.
The crouch medium kick, stand heavy kick, yeah, great buttons for sure for that purpose. And of course the flicker too, right? You get that hold flicker with the heavy kick, snatch him out of the air.
Yeah, and his anti-air damage is actually pretty high, I think, if he gets certain things going. Like if he gets his DP move, he can spend quite a bit of meter and actually get a decent amount of damage. But LonelyVar here, now with the Oki and the corner pressure and level 3.
Yeah, Lotus really needs to make something happen here, but of course that's when the DP is going to work best.
Oh man, I can't believe that flash kick reached.
Oh,
but it's
nice.
not going to matter. Oh man, just like we were talking about in the beginning, wanting to see some Ed action, here he is, looking rather strong. A lot of people not gonna be knowing this matchup early on, and he's very complicated. He's got lots of different tools. And one thing to note that we definitely saw there is there's a complicated mind game behind the Snatcher. Like I remember, if you actually want to look into it more, Broski put out a really good video about not only what Ed has to offer, but on top of that, ways to deal with it. And one of the significant things, if you lab it right away, is the fact that if you parry Snatcher, the pull on it doesn't pull you as close, and thus not allowing him to get Oki.
Yeah.
Or at least like true hit throw Oki. And so that's typically the answer that you want to have. But on the other side of this, he can cancel the little charge up for it and do a dash forward and do a grab and getting a punish counter throw on it instead. And so that's kind of the mind game that a lot of people have been doing so far. But I feel like once people start to dig into it a little bit more, we're gonna start seeing people do extra options like maybe neutral jumping it, because again, like it only hits grounded, but he does have an air option. So
Right.
maybe you want him to think about varying those two as well, in addition to the mind game that you currently have to deal with. I think is gonna be the key here.
Yeah. Yeah, and one thing that you hadn't even touched on yet is how susceptible it is to just DI in a lot of situations. We were watching in that last match, where who is it? SlowRelic was just doing heavy punch into EX flicker, and you can't make that go up, and you can't hold it. So DI does just beat that clean. But here we're into Taera versus Supermune. Taera, often seen in the top 4s of these with this Cammy. But Honda, definitely no stranger to a victor of these brackets. Let's see if Supermune can join those ranks.
Yeah, absolutely. I find that Honda is the definitive example of a giant, not only knowledge check, but your skill in this game with dealing with the basic things. You know, being able to parry at the proper timings, being able to react to drive rushes, knowing when to like push buttons, he's the perfect like check on all these things. And if your mental stack is not ready to prepare with the things that he puts on you, he kind of just runs you over.
Yeah. Ooh, but running over was Taera with a quick set of 3 sequences right there. Just stealing that round right out of Supermune's hands. And back throw incident to start things off here. Oh, you might have been able to juggle off that.
Command grab, that must have been an input error.
Or he's just like that.
Maybe, who knows?
Ooh! Alright, one more touch. This is the touch. No super, though.
Oh, the cheeky reset, and, you know, it works out at the end of the day. Sometimes, you know, you see those things and you're like, why didn't he do the optimal thing? A lot of us, we have this built-in autopilot, right? And if that autopilot is like in full gear and you're really focused on doing it, then you kind of just forget that you have resources to finish the match.
True. Yeah, 2 in the zone. And we're seeing Taera didn't even need the resources, I suppose, right? Oh my gosh, because he's getting everything he wants!
Bottom mashing, and here we go, Hooligan. That's minus. Why are you jumping back?
Oh man, Supermune's just jumping wherever they can. There we go, nice anti-air, getting some footing back. Oh, but the interrupt standing heavy punch, Taera.
And it looks like Supermune is having a little bit of trouble himself dealing with Hooligan, which I believe is Cammy's own knowledge check as well. She's got some gimmicks this time around.
But I really like that offensive mix-up, going for the neutral jump into command grab to beat the parry that time. Supermune keeping things fresh. Nice. Ooh, but the bust out.
Wake up. I mean, he has to, right? Like, he's got no health. It's worth it. He would have guessed wrong one time and he would have been out.
Yeah. Yeah, just hopefully the information gleaned from that round was worth it. But nice, here's our perfect parries.
It's something that's so hard to do consistently because Honda can vary the timings. But overall, you know, it's not the end of the world if you mess it up. He'll just be plus and you won't lose any drive gauge.
Yeah, it's really only +1, and that throw range is kind of outside of throw range.
Absolutely, and one more guess here. can go into level 3. He's got to be careful.
No,
Oh,
but
no.
the drop, but the double drop. Wow.
Oh my goodness, some Butterfingers over here. But
Yeah, that was kind of interesting. Taera giving Supermune not one but 2 opportunities to escape that situation, and yet no, Taera just clutching it out, clocking in, doing the damage necessary, and clocking back out again.
Getting the job done. And you know, speaking of getting the job done, make sure you make it out to all these fantastic events that we got and get the job done over there. You know, we got Fight Kingdom, like mentioned before. We got Beak Bonk, which is all the way in Pullman if you're up there. We got in Vancouver Battle BC coming up, and we have Zurikhan. If you're a weeb, go get some anime figurines while over there. Maybe I'll get you some money to get me some stuff. I might not be able to go this year, who knows, but I always love going down there. That's usually the funnest part for me, just going to the shop area, seeing all the cool art, seeing the figurines. But to be honest, I don't have space back there, as you can see. Like all those like I don't got room back there, bro. And there's like a bookcase over there full of stuff. There's no room. I want stuff, but there's no room.
If you're at a con, what's the priority? A sick poster or a sick figure?
I feel like it is entirely dependent on what you currently have. Like, I have no wall space. I can't buy posters. If I'm really pushing it, maybe I can get a figurine or 2. But like, this exact question is why I can't wait to have my own place and just be like, I'm putting things everywhere. All right, it's not just this room that I have to work with. I can put it here, I can put it there. I can set up just this great display for everybody that comes to visit. But yeah, looks like we got the next match queuing up here. We got Zurikhan, if I'm saying that right.
I think so.
And Everfree.
Yep. Yeah, Zurikhan, I know, is a couple people's bet for the winner tonight. Zurikhan, a player who I believe, if my facts are correct, has gotten 2nd place at least twice, maybe 3 times.
Oh, I see. So they're right on the border of like, you're gonna get kicked out soon, right? Because
yeah, they're knocking on that door.
Yeah, they're like, okay, I'm kind of nice. I'm kind of nice, not quite, but I'm knocking on the door.
Yeah, it is a bit of a wonder how Zurikhan has not made Master yet, but like that title, slowly but surely, they're making those improvements.
Oh,
but
man,
Everfree coming out with the head, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully Zurikhan has labbed the matchup, but I definitely like this costume way more for Ed. I like the alternate callback to Street Fighter V. I always thought that was his best costume. With the sleeves cut off especially, I think it looks really good.
Totally agree. Oh, whoa, anti-air DI, kind of a risky choice, but man,
just mashing on that DI, he really wants that wall spot. Zurikhan's gonna have to be careful, but he finds the hit with the spin knuckle.
And here comes the pressure. But a little timid, didn't want to go at him in burnout, but it's gonna work out. The parry putting Everfree in the corner, and a throw not quite gonna do it.
Oh, not quite converting off the neutral jump, but Zurikhan just keeping him locked up in the corner, not letting him out, not letting him breathe, getting the anti-air for the victory, and with the clean jump in to start this round.
Oh, nice confirm off the drive rush. Just like that, it's one more hit. There's the hit. Are we gonna get it? Nice, perfect.
Man, Everfree relying a little bit too much on that DI to get those situations where he gets big damage, or maybe catching him big buttons, but is not something that you want to be hitting often. It's something that you definitely want to reserve for a specific read based off of the character.
It's no real wonder considering this character is only a couple weeks old, but I'm getting big, I'm still learning this character vibes from Everfree.
Yo, getting the wall splat.
Because all these hard call-out DIs, and then no real follow-up. There we got a combo.
All right, Everfree. Still in this, getting, no, but Zurikhan, he's ready for the DI this time, getting the side switch combo, and leaving Everfree in burnout for the wall splat optimization station.
I love that reset, yeah. Uh-oh, nice with the anti-air though, but that's definitely minus. And the orb is
level
out.
2. What's he got?
Anti-air?
Does he have this? No!
Oh, no! No, you were so cool for a second.
Oh man. That would have been so sick, but Everfree, you know, that's something that you're definitely going to look back on this replay, and you're going to lab, and you're going to be ready for the next time.
Yeah, because that's the classic Ed, right? Big orb is coming, they have to either jump or eat it.
Yeah, I have no idea what the routes are for, but I remember Chris CCH putting out this tweet where he just did that uppercut from the kill rush a few times, and that's all it took. But I'm sure there's way more optimal things.
I mean, that combo alone did like probably 55%, it looked like 45% off a level 2. Oh my god, Zurikhan. Surgical, with surgical precision and speed, puts that final round away.
Oh man, it do be like that sometimes. You know, we don't have the optimizations ready. This character just came out, but you know, just because you're in a tournament doesn't mean you have time to test these things, right? Like this is, you know, this isn't Evo, this isn't Combo Breaker. Like this is your opportunity to try out everything against people who are taking this game seriously and they're trying to do their best and improve each other all around.
Totally.
Good matches to both of them.
And I don't think that was without wins to be counted for Everfree either. We saw that, you know, the anti-air that landed on the orb, like that's something that Everfree probably knew would have happened had the anti-air gotten hit, you know. So like that's one of those, like, you got that much closer to the end goal of finishing that combo, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, you definitely saw the glimmer of the thought, right? Like you saw, it's like he wanted to do this here. The muscle memory was not there yet, right? Like when we saw that level 2, right? He hit it, he had the right idea, but he just didn't have that full combo prepped up in gear, and I'm sure he's gonna have it the next time that this tournament comes back around, and he's gonna show us the nicest combos we've ever seen. But that level 2 is definitely gonna take time to optimize. It's things like that, you know, like Rashid's level 2, Blanca level 2, things like that, where the utility supers, like, they're not straightforward. You know, you don't just hit level 3 big cinematic big damage. You know, you're labbing all these weird mix-ups, you're figuring out the counterplay, and you're trying to figure out what exactly do I want to do here. Do I want to hit the big combo? Do I want to go for a cheeky reset? Do I want to carry him to the corner? Highly dependent, but there's always so many options.
Totally. Yeah, and with Ed in particular, it's a big question of where do you start, right? Because, man, landing those cool orb combos feel really, really good. But if you don't have anything other than orb combos and a confirm off of a punish counter DI or something, you're gonna have a hard time keeping up like that damage differential.
Yeah, I feel like
your opponent.
If anybody is learning a character, period, I feel like watching how Sajam breaks it down is probably one of the best examples I've ever seen. Because like when you watch these videos and when he's learning a character, like it's something that I've started doing as well. Where I'm like, I don't need the complicated things. Just give me my anti-air, give me a BNB, give me like a punish counter maybe, and then give me Oki. That's it. Just basic things.
Right. Yeah, just never go in without a light confirm, right?
Absolutely, and we got a match as classic as the first game. We got Guile versus Ryu, and Ryu is definitely eating well after the latest buffs for Hashogeki.
Yeah, he's looking pretty nice in these streets right about now. Ooh, and so does that combo. Goose fighting out of this corner.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. The moment that patch dropped, I saw people starting to discuss, hey, this character is better than Ken, and I'm like, excuse me? Like, I get it, like, he's plus, but I wouldn't go that far. Like, that's a bit much.
Man, I'm here for it. That sounds like fun headcanon.
Hey, I would much rather watch Ryu at this point than Ken. I am so sick of seeing this character.
Yeah, mix it up a little. Thank you, Goose. And Goose holding out here. Got the drive lead, but the health deficit. And Snake Eater looking pretty cozy on that other end of the screen.
Oh, gets the perfect carry.
But surely a combo could have ended it. That throw giving Goose another chance. Nice closeout by Snake, though.
Yeah, both of these players are definitely very patient players. They want to take their time, they want to maintain a life lead, and they want to get that clean hit to start their party that they want to get going.
And we're seeing that party start on Goose's end. That nice
no,
combo
level 3?
right back again.
That's minus. Oh, really? It looked like it was possibly deep enough that there was no punish, but it looks like Guile still got the back throw.
Yeah, that was interesting because it looked like it was minus 42 on my screen, so that should have been a safe jump. Maybe timed the jump late or something. Oh wow!
Just DP right after.
What a call! No,
is
but
this
that
red?
Was... Is this red? Hit him.
You know he would. You out?
He would.
Oh, this is Red's ult.
God.
This has to be Red's ult to count.
Somebody ban this man. The Goose is loose. Honestly, as a beta Ryu practitioner, I'm a fan of using heavy donkey kick raw in neutral. That move is pretty fun.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. So much range, but Goose not letting it slide, dropping the combo, but picking it up with a normal throw. Is he gonna go into level 3? Right?
Nice. You're not dead. I don't think he's dead.
Quite. I don't think so.
But man.
But Snake Eater, he has his own level 3. He's got 2 bars to work with. He's definitely not out of it quite yet.
I really don't know how I feel about that EX.
Oh no! Snake Eater not holding on. He was too scared of getting chipped out because he was in the burnout state, but looks like Goose is gonna be the one taking this first game here.
And honestly, I feel like that last round was lost the moment that Snake used their EX Fireball right there. They were sort of sitting fine at about 2.5 bars, but one EX Fireball blocked meant that they needed to worry about chip.
Yeah, I find that one of the most difficult things to do in this game properly is meter management. A lot of people, they see these cool things you can do. You're like, oh, look at this EX move, it's great. Look at this drive rush and like these big combos I can get from canceling it. And then they just fail to look at the bar, and before they know it, they're in the corner and then they just explode.
Yeah. Man, and Goose with a nice sequence of reads in this grounded neutral game, leading him to the corner and taking this first round. I'm watching some of Snake Eater's approach to this neutral fireball game, and I feel like the first couple seconds of the round is always him throwing a couple fireballs and then down backing and never throwing another fireball. Like, he's expected the person to jump at this point. But Goose kind of feels like one step ahead right now, just knowing where those situations of being patient is and knowing to take it to the ground instead. Ooh.
Absolutely. No, he doesn't look like he's running out of patience at all. He's definitely willing to just chill in that mid-range and exchange fireballs and build his drive gauge back by absorbing it with a parry.
Ooh, but the burnout is here now, and this
dangerous.
Could prove... Oh, just the raw sweep. Wow.
All right, Goose, you've got to be careful of the DI. Snake Eater getting the hit with the DI. Not out of this quite yet. Down to the final round.
Yeah, it was nice. Just a show of endurance, really, by both players, but Snake Eater clutching it out in the end. And out comes the DI. Snake Eater getting a little more wily, perhaps.
Oh, he tried to follow behind with the drive rush, but Goose with the jump in, going right into the level 3. You know, he spent all that meter back on the combo. Let me get a little bit of it back, along with half of your health. More than that, look at the damage on that.
Foxy? Foxy players?
So the reason being is the EX Hush Shogeki does 400 more damage now. I think that's why the chunk looks so big now.
That was a 2-touch. That round was a 2-touch.
Oh my goodness, this Ryu character.
That's crazy.
Dude. Oh my goodness. Yeah, when this character has meter and he wants to dump it on a combo, you saw that. That was a solid 2/3 of his life bar, and then just one more good hit and he was deleted. Like this character, you know, a lot of people judge like character strength off of certain attributes, and being able to two-touch somebody based off of your damage is definitely a strong aspect of this game, because it allows you to really pressure them and make them scared and make them guess wrong a lot more often.
Yeah, it just makes me think of like, without damage like that, Marissa would not be upper tier, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, think about it, right? Like, she has a command grab, yes, but if, you know, she didn't do the damage that she did, then people wouldn't be sitting still for that command grab. You'd be having a similar situation to Manon, where people are like, I'll take the hit. Like, this is no big deal. Like, your Oki sucks. Like, the damage is, like, no big deal. You're gonna have to hit me, like, 4 or 5 more times. Like, I can take this risk. Whereas, like, a command grab, you know, 2 or 3 of those, I'm gone.
Yeah, but I'm so stoked to just see Ryu in general, right? Like that damage was making me think of beta damage. Like beta damage, except Ryu has better plus frames and better Oki.
Oh,
That sounds
man,
good to me.
imagine. All right, now we get to see nerfed JP against Zurikhan, who is probably one of the favorites to win, as you mentioned before.
Yeah, but these two, I feel, have almost certainly fought in this bracket before. Clemency, JP, not new to this scene.
Yeah, I imagine now that JP's crouch heavy punch is a bit worse, that he might actually start to struggle against Cammy's dive kicks. Maybe he has a little bit harder time to be stopping her offensive neutral.
True, true. And you see Zurikhan being a lot slower paced in this neutral, perhaps because of it. But nice jump. Ooh, that's not going to be the hit, but... Oh, that could have been it.
Oh man, both of these characters need just one hit. Oh, he's ready for the DI, and there's not quite enough health. It looked like he might have died from absorbing that DI, but it looks like Zurikhan calculated that correctly and was able to live and take that first round.
It always feels just barely less absorbed damage than it looks like it'll be, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure, but Clemency getting the back throw in the corner.
Man,
So it looks like
Clemency using a lot of stand medium punch. I don't feel like usually we see a lot of JPs go to that button so often. Not special cancelable, but it is quite disjointed.
Yeah, I mean, that stand heavy punch may have been nerfed, but he still has so many good buttons, some of the best in the game.
Oh my gosh, still living Clemency. Nice, Zurikhan clutching it out there though.
Zurikhan is just looking solid in every single aspect so far, making very few mistakes, and not really giving people a chance to breathe overall.
Yeah, but Clemency not really playing a lot of the fireballs. I feel like they might already be worried about Zurikhan's approach.
Yeah, I mean, Cammy, you know, she has the spin knuckle. Maybe he's worried about that, or maybe he's thinking about Cammy's dive kick. She has lots of different approach options that she puts on your mental stack, and maybe he's just trying to find his footing and struggling a little bit to figure out what options that he wants to think about.
Ooh. Okay, here we go. A little bit of the zoning pattern set up. The burnout doing a lot of chip too, but here come the jumps.
Clemency's gonna have to be careful with the corner positioning here.
Oh,
That crouch medium punch, so strong still. I mean, that's one of the things I find to be still one of the strongest aspects of the character. That normal, it's so disjointed. It will beat so many other buttons in that mid-range war, and it's so hard to check when he drive rushes into it.
so true. But man, it just feels like any time that Zurikhan is in that sort of one character length's distance, Clemency just stops pressing buttons altogether. The fear is too real. Nice, and we got the orb. No! That's pretty fine, though.
Even though he's gotta be careful of the DI during burnout. Getting the side switch combo, and now putting Clemency in the corner. Oh no, he was too scared of the throw to end it. Did the delay tech. And now we're going to the last round. Zurikhan looking to take the set.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of those throw baits working, but Zurikhan just falling with a button that doesn't reach low enough to get that punish. Here we go. We get a lot of damage here, getting out of the orange on Zurikhan's drive meter side.
Yeah, one of the pros of hitting your level 3 first in the final round, if you both have it, is your opponent has 2 less bars to work with. because usually you do like a drive rush combo into it and you have 1 bar left, but Zurikhan making the smart decisions and closing it out here against Clemency.
I hate to put it so bluntly, but I feel like Zurikhan's kind of just, you know, steamrolling the competition so far.
Yes.
I thought it would be, like, favored to them, but I didn't think it would be this favored.
Yeah, I mean, so you mentioned Zurikhan was notably the second favorite. Who's the first favorite that I'm unaware of here?
No, I think Zurikhan was probably the favorite. I feel like there was talk about Taera I expect to do well today.
Okay. Have we... I don't think we've... No, Taera was also a Cammy player, correct?
Yeah, it was the Cammy versus Supermune, the Honda.
The Honda, yes.
We're seeing it again?
Yeah, and so we're gonna see Taera fighting SlowRelic.
I'm seeing Taera versus Lonely. Oh!
Or no.
Right,
We're doing loser side right now. We're doing loser side.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna come back to that later, but looks like we're gonna see Taera and SlowRelic in the winner's side, and Zurikhan, he just has to win 1 more, and it's gonna be a Cammy mirror in winner's final probably.
Man, that's a hype one. That's one of those where it's like the scrambles get scary because she is just a bullet.
I mean, both of them have shown to be a more neutral focused Cammy, so it'll be kind of interesting to see what their approach is when actually faced with a mirror match. But aside from that future match, we currently have probably one of Honda's harder matchups being Guile. You know, Guile can throw his booms and stop the horizontal approaches with those headbutts, but also he can stop the vertical approach as well with his flash kick. So something that's rather difficult for Honda to deal with.
Totally, but we get into the players, right? And I feel like Supermune was showing earlier that he's pretty good at like mixing up how he's approaching with this character with fairly limited approach options. Whereas Snake Eater, I don't feel like was really showing us that he's a big flash kicker. And I feel like that's a really important aspect in this matchup.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Figuring out what their patterns are on defense are so key, but Supermune here, he's going to be taking the first round. Looks like Snake Eater is going to have to be looking for those adjustments to figure out what is he going to be looking for.
Yeah. Nice challenge with the headbutt working out. And our first EXDP of this set.
Yeah, one of the most important things to establish early on is what options are you going to do after blocking headbutt. I mean, it's -4, it is your turn, but there's this tiny little mind game that Honda can do to you, and you have to understand and see which options that he's going to be presenting after you block it.
Right. Oh, but you got it. That's the sign I was talking about. That's that matchup inexperience. And I totally understand it. As a flash kick player, character player, I've been there. You got to do it mad late, or else Honda gets that juicy 40% punish counter.
Yeah,
there's no other way around it.
I'm not a Guile player, but I imagine the crouch heavy punch might be able to answer it a little bit better. But, you know, we'll see what the optimization that Snake Eater makes here and see how he answers that butt slam in the future.
Yeah, I mean, Supermune just doesn't look afraid of this zoning. I hate to say it, but it seems very obvious when Snake Eater is charging flash kick and when he's not.
Yeah, no, he needs to think a little bit more about his timings, and Supermune seems to be catching on to that pattern quite well.
Oh no, the opportunity. Okay.
Oh man, Snake Eater taking the first round here. Maybe he does have the right optimization. What was that flash kick?
Oh, and the chop, the big chop. Taera. Alright.
Fights his way out of the corner, getting the cross up, but Supermune got a full stick of butter. Hasn't really been using his meter yet, but Snake Eater is close to burnout, maybe in a level 1? Not quite,
Didn't
but
want to, yeah.
He's close to burnout, going right into butt slam.
I love butt slam blowing up the Guile overhead. That is crazy.
I know, right?
Oh man, and now it's just one headbutt is chip. But Snake Eater. I mean, Supermune, yeah. I was like, wake up anything at that point.
Yeah, in situations like that, it's near impossible to pick the correct thing. And Supermune here getting the early drive rush combo, putting Guile in the corner.
Oh, the double jump. That is minus. Supermune taking his turn. Nice parry.
Yep, take the positioning, and now it's Snake Eater's time to start the party. Not quite spending the level 3 quite yet. Oh, we might see it right here.
Needs.
Yep, absolutely. I agree with the meter. Getting all that meter back after the level 3 combo.
Yeah, now, ooh, nice. This could be it. Are we gonna get no EX? EX would have killed for sure.
Oh,
but Snake Eater again. Okay.
We talked about this earlier. We talked about how, you know, you have your autopilot ready. You don't really think about the most optimal thing all the time. You just do what works and just hope your combos work as you intend them to do.
Right. I think that was a big thing with a lot of people starting this game, is like getting over the fear of putting yourself in burnout if it means the round will end.
Yeah,
right?
It's something that's so hard to calculate in the heat of the moment, because a lot of the times you're thinking about 4 different things at once. You're like, I need to anti-air them. I have Oki. What am I going to do on their wake up? Like, all these different things are running through your head, and it's really hard to keep it all organized sometimes.
But Snake Eater getting tossed around. One more read, but no, I think that was...
Was that a flash kick?
That was a flash kick. I think he did like jumping medium kick or something. Like the input reader just didn't read it right, or he didn't input it right.
It seems to be really finicky in the corner, because we saw that similar situation in the past, and it hit him cross up last time. It seems to not really hit the correct side very well when it comes to the corner positioning.
That's the thing about it. You really need to wait to let that flash kick rip until like the moment before Honda touches down on your face. It gets kind of scary. I promise if you do it at that timing, though, it should always work.
Yeah, absolutely. Snake Eater just relaxing, looking to react to something.
Oh, that could have been it, but does the wrong jump in.
Oh,
nice.
Good reaction to the headbutt with a flash kick. That's what I was looking for earlier.
Wow, this is scrambly. It could go either way, especially if Snake Eater is missing these punishes like this.
No, not quite. Oh my God, he could do that! Oh my goodness, Snake Eater definitely had the optimal combo to go this time to close out the round, and a perfect parry, ready for the butt slam this time.
Ooh, I like that stand heavy punch as an answer there. The Honda headbutt sort of mix up. Goes right where it needs to go.
Yeah, Snake Eater has definitely been adapting to what Supermune's options are presented a lot better this time around, but he's gonna go to level 3, no?
Nice tech.
Oh my goodness, he tried the DI on wake up.
Oh, you can't take anything
more,
he
put himself in a burnout, though. I don't know about that decision, but now Supermune's also in burnout. One block from either of them, it's over. Oh my goodness!
Wait, he baited him! He baited him! That wasn't even
Wow.
punished. That's crazy.
Wow. Supermune, just so much more experience when it comes to the scrambles. The Honda players, they just live in it. They live, they breathe it. They're gonna understand and be ready way more than any other character.
I really love the patience, right? Supermune knowing that Snake Eaters could only take one headbutt, one splash at that point, and his only hope would have been to raw super one of those options. And yeah,
it is something that is very difficult to be ready for, and props to both of these players, honestly. I definitely saw a conversation happening in front of me. Both of them were presenting these options. They had this very large mental stack to deal with. You know, Honda presenting all these different approaches, these varied timings, these varied Oki options, and, you know, trying to figure out which ones he wants to present and having the optimal thing on your mental stack to be able to address it. You know, both of them were definitely going back and forth on that and having a rather entertaining match showcasing it.
And, you know, speaking of entertaining options, If you are a fan of this stream, you can always check out more of our stuff. We have a YouTube channel at youtube.com/@Rainier Rushdown. Of course, follow our Twitch channel down below. And if you want to get in on any of these, again, check out that QR code over there. It'll get you into our PNW Street Fighter server, where you can join these events every week for free.
Or
Unless you're higher than, unless you're master rank, then it's every other week for free.
For sure, but here we go, getting into the match here. Our boy Cryptid, trying not to be biased.
Yeah, but
yeah, we got 3 camis in this bracket. Now that I think about it,
it's a good day. Good day to be a cami fan.
I definitely think that this is going to be the character that people jump ship to the moment the Season 2 patch comes out.
To cami?
Yeah, I think Cammy is like the next like top tier that everybody's gonna hate. Because like nobody talks about her, right? And like very few people are actually able to make her look as strong as she is. And so you just end up with her just sneaking past all these conversations of top tiers.
Yeah, it does really feel like that. She's just flying under the radar, and yet we do have players like Do and Punk who are playing her at such a high level. It's hard to pretend that she isn't incredibly strong. Ooh.
Yeah, I feel like she's one of those designs where like she's so strong, but other characters need to come down in order for her to shine. Like she is not weak by any means.
And I think one of her strengths is just, aside from the obvious no fireball thing, she's very versatile. Her buttons span a good range, she's got good movement, she's got good anti-fireball, but not enough anti-fireball to get Cryptid out of that situation. Clemency gonna take that first game.
I mean, when you're up against a character like JP, basic tools like that are not gonna mean much compared to what this character has in his tool set.
Ooh, nice. No! Finish, but gets the throw. Okay. Nice. Here's Cryptid time. And we're seeing some classic Cammy pressure right here.
Oh, tried to get the DI wall splat, but Clemency was ready for it this time, fighting his way out of the corner.
I'm hoping Cryptid's going to catch on. These defensive DIs seem to be a well that Clemency keeps going to.
Oh, he's ready for the DI this time, Clemency. Does he have a big combo in order to take this round? Not quite, but Cryptid is in burnout. He has to be scared, and Clemency gonna be taking this first round.
Oh. Out of the jaws, from the jaws of defeat, Clemency snatching up that round. Oh, nice confirm.
There we go, Cryptid. Getting the meaty. Oh,
nice read!
The amnesia. Not so scary anymore.
Alright, one more touch. Oh, just spiral arrow. He's spiraling.
Alright,
Okay.
Cryptid, he's got the life lead. He can chill. But Clemency is going to be the one that has to do the approach here. Just run, command grab in neutral. Catches him sleeping at the wheel and setting up the X portal for some shenanigans.
Man, this
Oh,
movement
what a follow-up splat. He wasn't even ready for it.
From the movement between these two players, you would have thought that Cryptid's the one trying to make the comeback here, though. Clemency sort of playing restful. Cryptid, his tempo is so high. Why is it so high?
Yeah, even though he's still not in the life lead, he's kind of just forcing Cryptid to be the one to make the approach still and taking the round.
Oh, so close.
Oh, man. He zoned him the entire time.
Yeah.
And he was behind by that big of a life lead. I mean, if that's not patience, I don't know what is. What a fantastic performance from Clemency. Definitely playing it a lot better this time around. I know we saw the earlier match where he played another Cammy with, excuse me, where is his name?
Are we talking Zurikhan? Are we talking
Zurikhan. Yeah,
VAR?
I'm like, where did he go in the bracket? But he went down to, where'd he go? Am I blind?
Oh, he's sitting in winter semis.
Oh, I'm blind, bro. We saw that match earlier, and it looked a little bit scrambly, and we thought, you know, maybe there's some kind of knowledge missing. Maybe he's just getting oppressed. But he definitely showed that he had what he needed when he was playing against Cryptid this time around.
Totally. Yeah, and I mean, shoot, Cryptid himself played really well. It was one of those, like, every time Cryptid got in, he did, on average, 80% of Clemency's life. The problem with that set was that last 20%.
Yeah, oh my god, the crawl all the way back. I mean, such a difficult thing to do in this game, especially if you're close to burnout and you have all these different thoughts. It's like, I have to worry about DI wall splat now. I have to worry about literally blocking. It's kind of funny to think about. Street Fighter's the only game to put blocking on your mental stack, where it's something you legitimately have to worry about. But I think that's honestly what makes this game interesting, because before you had this really clear risk-reward ratio back in Street Fighter V. It's like people were so content with taking the throw. They'll take 5, they'll take 6, because it's so heavily in the favor of just eating the throw over and over that you can just sit on it all day and hope that they just make you block something, and now it's your turn after you're done blocking it out. But in this game, it's something that you definitely can't do all day, and it's something, it's a design decision that I definitely appreciate overall, and it is definitely well thought out.
I agree. But while we're waiting on our next match, I feel like we could be thinking a little bit about upcoming brackets that people could be attending. We got one this weekend in Bellingham, if anybody's trying to go up for that. Oh no, Tacoma, sorry, with Sea Salt 11 hype. They got some Uni 2 there, great game. Y'all should check that one out. Battle of BC, like we were mentioning earlier, March 29th through the 31st in Vancouver. Never been to one of those myself, but they seem like a pretty cool tournament.
Yeah, no, I haven't been either, but the kind of interesting thing I noticed between these two tournaments that you just mentioned is they both include Smash in their lineup. So it looks like the FGC and Smash are kind of melding over in those two areas. It's not something that you see very often, because the Smash community, they not only tend to keep to themselves, but like their community is so big that they tend to require the entire venue for themselves. So it's like, it's like, we'd love to hang out with you guys, but there's no room. Like their brackets, like on the minimum, I see on the low end like around like 50 entrants. Like it's rather big.
It reminds me of the old the Northwest Majors Melee brackets, where it's like that. It was at Highline, and the Melee was like the entire open main ballroom, and all of the other fighting game brackets were like in the other room.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, we got other tournaments as well. We have the 1UP tournament here in Bellingham, March 17th. And something interesting to note about this one, a game I haven't played in a long time, Budokai 3.
Yo, wait.
People take this game seriously? Like, that's so dope. I love that game growing up. Like, I kind of wonder...
just like riddled with infinites?
I mean, probably, but like that game, if you don't know, it's basically Tekken, right? Like it's like it's a 3D game. You can sidestep and stuff like that. If you do like a Kamehameha or something, like you could sidestep it. Like everybody's Akuma in that game. They got projectiles. They got a bunch of stuff. It's kind of something that I think about every once in a while, where I'm like, if I go back to all these like not really fighting games that I played as a kid with like my fighting game knowledge, like what would happen? What could I figure out with like all this knowledge that I have now? Like I'm gonna find all these infinites, these like block strings that you can't get out of, like these messed up mix-ups. Like it'll probably be hilarious.
Imagine just like on your own discovering wave shining in 2024.
Oh my god, dude, I have the funniest Smash related story. So the fighting game, I consider Smash a fighting game, but
I do too.
Yeah. So the fighting game that I have undoubtedly put the singular one, if I'm not talking a series, if I'm just talking a singular fighting game that I put the most time into, is Smash 64. And not because like I played it competitively a lot, but I played that game so much with my friends growing up that like I was actually kind of nice by the time that I found the FGC, and I was actually able to go toe to toe with them. But like aside from that, the funny story that I was alluding to is there was this one time where my friend invited some homies over from Canada, and these people were clearly like novices. Like they were not, you know, as good as I am. They haven't been playing the game as long, but they thought they were really good. Right, and they'd come to me and be like, 1v1 me right now, like you ain't got nothing on our board, and they're like hyping him up. They're like, oh, get him, bro, like you know, like show him what's up, show him, you know, Canada, you know, hometown pride and all that stuff. But I beat the shit out of him, like 10-0, like he couldn't do anything, right? But the funniest part wasn't the blow up. The funniest part was after. He's like, dude, like you were doing like this thing where like the recovery of your moves was like so short. Like what are you doing? He didn't know about L canceling, the most like fundamental, like basic component of this game. I'm like, you don't know about that? And he's like, no. I'm like, dude, just hit the button right here as you do a move. There's like no recovery. And he's like, dude, that's like a cheat. Like that's like an exploit.
Bro, that guy either took your advice and leveled up like Kaioken times 100 that day, or like relegated himself to permanent scrubdom by saying it was cheating.
Oh yeah, dude, I either made him quit and never play a fighting game again, or like, oh man, I hope not though.
Yeah,
you know, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, we'll either wrap up the tournaments now and get to our next match, or finish them now. Yeah. So of course, other stuff we got on our horizon is Zurikhan, March 29th through 31st. That one's gonna be fun. Skullgirls is gonna be there if you want to join and get your match commentated by me. That would be hype. Beak Bonk 2024, April 6th in Pullman. Now I've been hearing some murmuring about Pullman. Sounds like they're cooking something big up for this one. And then of course Fight Kingdom. That's the big one in Everett coming up May 3rd through the 5th. The registration for which closes, what is that, next weekend? The 22nd.
The 22nd is Friday. Next Friday, it is going to be closed. I don't know if it's closed indefinitely or if it's like the whole early bird thing. Maybe it's something that we can get clarification on. But yeah, it is an event that I have been to as well. It is fantastically run. It's one of the few that's not in Seattle. It's where I'm located. So, you know, it's not a pain in the butt to go out to, like Seattle, where I have to pay $20 for parking. But, you know, that's kind of one of the perks of having a tournament up here in Everett. Totally. But yeah, fantastic event overall. I actually have a medal here from it, but I'm not going to be the guy to show off all my cool little shiny things. So, it looks like, I'm guessing we're probably going to be looking at the loser side of the bracket. I don't know if we're doing the loser side.
Looks like we're doing winners semis right now. So we're going to be getting SlowRelic and Taera right now. I don't know why. That's like, I keep saying Taera, but that's not how you spell Taera. Like homework in Spanish. Like that's not how you spell it. I just always miss it.
Is that what it's supposed to be?
It's just Taera. Sorry, chat. They've been correcting us.
Okay, that is good to know. Well, we got SlowRelic and Taera over here. The Soryu in the tournament. Let's see if he makes it out against one of the 3 camis that he has to deal with.
Yeah, and we were seeing SlowRelic looking pretty strong in that first set.
Honestly, based off of his performance so far, I would not be surprised if he makes it to Grand Finals.
Nice. I really like SlowRelic backdashing out of the Cami hooligan throw. That was cool.
Oh, and DP's the hooligan and gets the overhead from the drive rush, putting him in the corner. But Taera fighting back with the EXDP right out of the corner.
And Taera sitting at this slight life deficit, but any tap, is going to make that switch. And now SlowRelic really needs to make this hit count.
Oh, man, but Taera, he did the shimmy on his wake up. He was scared of the wake up, but SlowRelic was way ahead of him, and he did the wake up crouch medium kick to close the round.
I gotta say, Ryu probably has one of the most satisfying combos in this game. I think his back heavy punch into heavy donkey kick. Just hits you with that chin buster and then reels back for the big one, you know?
Yeah, the way it's like, it's almost happening like slower than other moves happen in this game. Like you feel the impact behind it a lot when he lands it.
Donkey. Yo, but Taera, oh my gosh, putting in work this one round. The sound effect that round ended with.
Oh man.
Yo, she broke that man.
Yeah, not quite at the right distance. Taera got the punish there on the donkey kick.
Yeah, this round they're just swinging. Both players taking hits.
Yeah, SlowRelic has definitely shown before that he has the patience, but dropping the combo.
Now Taera, but another big drop. Not the biggest punish either, though. Whoa.
Taera just waking up buttons there. But getting level 3, maybe no? Not spending it quite. Yeah, doesn't get the combo off of the EX Hooligan. Oh my goodness, where was the level 3s in all those exchanges?
Seriously.
We don't know. The autopilot was going too strong.
Alright, neither of these players have baited a DP yet, but perhaps SlowRelic gonna be thinking twice now. Whoa! What are these
not quite
options?
spaced properly. Taera again getting the punish on the donkey kick. SlowRelic really has to be careful canceling into the donkey kick.
Nice, little light confirmed, but the backdash escaping the throw. Taera getting a lot of damage put on them right now. But
Yeah,
again,
Taera has shown he is definitely not scared to do that wake up EXDP. So I'll definitely want to see SlowRelic baiting that a little bit more. And Taera getting the hooligan throw into the level 1 to close out this first round.
Yeah, I think you said it, right? So many of these rounds feel determined by whether Taera is able to wake back up or not. And SlowRelic not really blocking. Currently, Taera 3 for 3 on these reversal wake-ups.
Yeah, and spaces the donkey kick correctly this time and getting that spacing trap set up. Alright, SlowRelic, he's slowing it down. As his name suggests, a little bit more. He's got the drive gauge lead, he's got the life lead, he doesn't have to do anything too crazy.
That was actually plus for Taera. I'm surprised that SlowRelic got away with that, but
SlowRelic was ready for the DP this time and gets a fat combo, but now both of them are in burnout.
oh no. Wake up DP?
Oh my
Uh-oh.
goodness! Wait, what happened? I don't know. He got the hit with the spin knuckle, didn't quite continue the pressure as he was hoping for.
And this is looking kind of shaky by both play. Whoa!
Oh, the anti-air donkey kick, what a hitbox on it.
Oh, nice, but SlowRelic gets these combos. Nice, and there's the
DP
bait.
again, he was ready for it. Stop doing those, you've done it way too many times. Look at the damage on this combo going into the level 3.
And that's gonna hurt. If he runs up and baits one more DP, I will pop off so hard.
Gets the spin knuckle through the fireball. Not quite going
no.
into the level 3 quite yet.
The air flip saved him.
Oh man, it's something you really have to be careful with these moves that are a little bit on the slower end, kind of like Marissa's Gladius. You know, when you flip out of it, it's something that you can actually get punished for when backdashing.
Yeah, Taera just wanted the plus frames on the heavy back knuckle, right? Nice interrupt from SlowRelic. Dash up. Ooh. See, that's the new setup off of Light Tatsu. You get a dash forward Light Hashogeki, but we don't see SlowRelic doing that. Nice reactions.
Oh, he's ready for the DI. And speaking of that Hashogeki, something I'm also not seeing from SlowRelic is he's still doing what Ryu's do pre-patch, which is canceling his buttons into donkey kick that are spaced, but you can actually go into Hashogeki now because it's completely safe.
Right. No anti-air that time, but SlowRelic looking pretty confident this round. And Taera waking up with these parries. The mental stack. Ooh. Taera burning themselves out though. Suddenly the EX reversal is off the table.
Taera's gonna have to be careful. One good hit from SlowRelic into level 3 could be the round and actually take this game. That could have been it.
That was so risky.
Yeah, now we're seeing the Hashogeki.
That missed! No! No! What?
The Butterfingers, he definitely meant to cancel into level 3 like 2 or 3 times right there, but he just missed the cancel because it's a little bit awkward, right? You have the quarter circle back going into a double quarter circle forward. So the timing is actually kind of hard to pull off, going really quickly between those inputs. But regardless of the Butterfingers, SlowRelic is going to be the one to close it out. And moving on here in the bracket.
Man, that was a spectacle of spaghetti right there. I feel like that last game could have gone either direction multiple times.
Yeah, oh my goodness, but good awareness from both of these players. I mean, you're definitely seeing that they have the right thought. They have the thought process going, but a lot of times, you know, it's situations like this where really you only optimally answering them by being in that situation 50, 100, 1,000 times. Where it's like, I've been in this scramble so often, like you'll see these top players, they'll be going like boom, 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 and like they'll do this optimization that's like, how is he ready for that? How is he capable of doing that? And you, from an outsider perspective, you watch that and you're like, did he lab that? Like, or has he just seen it so many times? Yeah. And that really is the case more often than not, where they've just been in it so many times, they've run thousands of sets, and they know what to do in that situation.
Yeah. It's that thing that puts the conscious thought into the realm of unconscious thought, right? Where it's like the plan isn't being made up on the spot.
Yeah, no, it's something that's definitely acquired over time. I remember I was watching a video from FDX where he noted that one of his teachers actually told him that muscle memory is acquired during rest. It is not acquired in the moment. Right, so it's key to put yourself in this situation and then sleep on it. You're not going to get it today. You're going to have it tomorrow or the next week.
Oh, that's cool. I never knew that. That makes a lot of sense, though. Yeah, it's part of the recovery process, huh? Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people, they'll sit in a training mode, right? And they're going to be grinding out this combo, and maybe they're really struggling to hit it. But maybe you just focus on the half of it today, and then you come back to it tomorrow, and you'll see that first half is so much easier.
Yeah, and speaking of first halves, the first half of this round looking pretty easy for Zurikhan, but Goose making this final little bit of health very difficult, it seems. Zurikhan sitting at that last chunk.
Oh my goodness, what an anti-air stand heavy kick from Zurikhan into the level 1. You don't see that combo often.
Yeah, just clean play. I feel like, again, Zurikhan just showing off that he's got the patience to go all the way tonight. Let's see if it can become a reality.
Yeah, and it looks like there was an error in what I said earlier. It looks like we have 2 Ryus in this bracket, not 1. And that was my mistake earlier. But Goose looking just as strong as SlowRelic. Trying to get the sneaky DI during the corner, but Zurikhan being ready for it and going into the side switch combo.
Bro went for a DI at -3. That's so rude.
I know, right?
But it's kind of working out. The back throw putting Zurikhan back in this corner, but as I say it, Goose is getting pretty close to burnout too. Oh, but doesn't confirm that hit. No anti-air either.
Goose has got to be careful about burnout, and Zurikhan taking advantage of that. Just putting the pressure on him.
But it's not dead! And chip is an issue again.
Oh, he's got to
get in the... Yep, there it is.
Yeah. I mean, he had to. He had to do something. I mean, he was going to block into a DI. He was going to maybe get thrown. He had to do something.
Totally. Yeah, those forced choice situations are always the scariest. But Goose looking undeterred, even though that health bar is going down pretty fast. The back throw puts Zurikhan in the corner, though, and it's now his game. Boom!
And Goose is the one that's ready for the DI, this time doing the new combo with the EX Hoshogeki. Look at the damage.
They've jumped to boot. Bro, you can't keep doing that.
He's answered it once. He's shown you that he knows the answer. Oh, but Goose, regardless, being able to put Zurikhan in burnout, and now the new burnout loop into the level 3. Man,
that is so confirmable. That's really nice. You just get all the time in the world to see that Hashogeki come out and then cancel into level 3 and Goose.
Yeah, especially the heavy Hashogeki having multiple hits, giving you plenty of time not only to confirm if they got hit, but also allowing you to think about what you're going to do on block. But Zurikhan now going into his own level 3 here.
Nice, yeah, gonna take that life lead real early and force Goose into this scary corner situation. Oh, but a big jump, no confirm off the crouch medium, and that should spell the end. Boom, nice.
Not even needing the DP at the end there. Zurikhan still looking so strong, so convincing. Just really clean play, and it's really hard to stop somebody who really just answers everything so well.
Yeah, Zurikhan yet to drop a single game this tournament so far.
Oh,
So-
really? I never really considered that. Wow,
I just noticed,
Zurikhan.
yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna see winners finals of SlowRelic versus Zurikhan, but before we see that, we are gonna go back down to the losers bracket. Looks like we're going to see Supermune versus Clemency. Honda versus JP. Now, if this was not the week 1 matchup, I don't know what is.
Yeah,
Well,
oh my goodness. Where
it
do
might
I
have been
where
Ken.
can begin? Oh man, I mean JP has counter which handles butt slam on both sides. If I'm not mistaken, right? And I mean his crouch heavy punch was already good enough. Actually, you know what? That's something I'm curious about. I wonder if his crouch heavy punch handles butt slam as well as it did in the past post nerf.
I bet not, yeah.
So maybe that's something that we're going to be seeing coming up in this match here. We'll see if Supermune remembers that change and tries to take advantage of it.
One of the things that I love about this matchup, in theory, is that I feel like this is one of the few matchups where JP can actually get mileage off of non-EX amnesia to counter to the butt slam.
Yeah, you don't see the move often just because the OD version is so much stronger, but Clemency here is already in burnout, something that's very dangerous against Honda specifically, the amount of chip damage that he's about to put on you.
And Supermune, again, just showing that calm confidence in his movement. Nice, and the empty jump throw, this man loves that. What's the last answer? It's not that. Clemency going down this first round.
Oh, and we're seeing it right there, but Clemency, I was just about to note that he wants to butt slam more because of the nerfed Ancien, but Clemency already with the adaptation and going for the air throw.
I love that as an answer to butt slam. That's so cool. Oh no, but again, no. Clemency finding himself burnt out. Nice, the air throw is working out more and more.
Oh, not quite getting the grab from that distance. It's rather easy to react to.
Oh.
Yeah, we're not really seeing Clemency do the crouch heavy punch anymore against the butt slam. I wonder if it really is that bad now.
Yeah, it's looking. This is looking like a rough time for Clemency. I feel like it shouldn't be that bad, but it almost just looks like Clemency just, you know, isn't trying for the crouch heavy punch in those situations. What I'm noticing is Clemency seems to just have a lot of trouble getting off of the back foot.
Yeah, and in general, I feel like he's having trouble just managing his drive gauge as well. He's been burnout in, I think, almost every round so far.
Yeah.
And, you know, burnout for Honda is just the best world he can possibly be in. He's plus on, like, everything at that point.
Oh, man. But still, Clemency not really showing any potential answers, and Supermune just sort of getting to walk over this stage as much as they like. The DI gets through, kind of works out, but Supermune undeterred, one headbutt taking that round.
Oh man, Clemency so far, he's been looking to react, but it looks like the start of this round, he just rush forward. Maybe that's the optimization that he needs to make here.
I'm shocked that he got that throw, let alone that jump. But Clemency stuck in the corner again. We're probably going to see one of those DIs pretty soon.
Yeah, and
There
again, yep, he's close to burnout. Clemency fighting his way out of the corner, trying to go for a meaty command grab, but does an OD move and puts himself into burnout anyways. Oh man, party time from Supermune.
but how do you finish this off? There's the
Oh.
DI! That's the sneaky mix, right? Headbutt into DI, -4.
Oh, no level 3 quite yet.
Okay, one command grab will do it, but the jab. Oh, the back throw beating the command grab.
Oh, tries to meaty command grab, but Supermune not sitting still. Clemency not out of this quite yet. Both people have level 3.
Living!
Yep.
Oh, super!
Wow, the damage. Clemency not
Yeah.
out of it quite yet, staying in the game.
And Clemency, this is your chance. You got 2 more of those clutch time supers left in you. Perhaps 3. But Supermune is walking slowly in on him. Pretty scary situation. Clemency looking without an answer besides these throws. The throws have been faring him pretty well, but besides that, he's mostly just getting damage off of these light jab confirms, but here's going to be something.
And Clemency going into the level 3, this is going to be crucial, because if he can put Supermune into burnout after the drive gauge loss of this level 3, then he's probably has this round in the bag.
Oh, but the DI is still not really getting the result
We
that
got the
Clemency
hit,
wants.
level 3!
No, but a miss! Huge drop. Yeah, that would have been the chance. Clemency getting another opportunity here. And a big jump. He can really only take one more headbutt. That's the headbutt.
Oh no, he puts himself in burnout!
Wait.
Combo?
Oh
Oh,
no.
he dropped it. But he can't, they can't do
What do you
anything.
do?
Both of them
What do you
can't
do?
anything.
No!
Oh my
That was
goodness.
so scary. Both of them
got
in burnout.
at the same time. Both of them could have chipped each other out. Clemency had no health to work with, and so did Supermune, but Supermune had level 3. He couldn't really throw a fireball out. I mean, how do you decide what to do in that situation? You kind of just gotta fly by the seat of your pants.
Yeah, it's so true. And I'm guessing that with the end of Clemency's run there places them at 7th place. So congratulations to Clemency for making top 8 tonight. But Supermune is going to head on to fight Taera.
And I think before that, we are probably going to be seeing LonelyVar's matchup against WaterMelanin. Unless that's being... Yeah, he's
That's
queuing
hilarious.
up.
That name is awesome.
LonelyMelanin. Or WaterMelanin.
WaterMelanin.
Okay. I'm not trying to guess where is that coming from.
That's kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
But
man.
LonelyVar, our lonely Ed main remaining in this bracket. I love that one has maintained life in this bracket environment. We only had 2, but
I feel like as time goes on, we're only going to see less and less of this character. He really feels like somebody that you
Don't
have to
say that.
specialize in. You're gonna have to spend a lot of time to actually be good at this character, which means that, you know, the pros are not only going to be playing the simpler, stronger characters, but over time, you're really only going to see probably under 5 people really perform well with him. But it looks like we're also going to be seeing the Soul Lily of this bracket as well with WaterMelanin.
now here is a matchup I've not played yet. I don't know if I've seen this one either. I can't imagine it's good for Lily, but that's kind of just my rule of thumb concerning Lily matchups.
I mean, considering what Ed has to work with, I mean, he wins the mid-range, he does more damage than her overall, and Lily probably has a rough time closing the distance overall, considering what Ed is capable of.
Oh, but surely Ed gets like a full punish off of Air Spire, right?
Yeah, I mean, he can't fully commit to those fireballs all the time. Maybe he's gonna have to do some feints and then look for that Condor dive as a reaction.
Right. One thing I really love about Ed's design is the flicker, the uncharged flicker punish counter gives you that nice juicy drive rush pickup at like full screen. If we can see a bunch of those, that's definitely going to be the way. I wonder if that might be a good oh
Oh, he's
no.
dead.
Oh, he's dead. He's dead.
Really? You could have just chipped him out.
I love that. Like seconds before, it's like, oh, he's dead. It's like, oh, he's definitely dead. You're right. Oh, but WaterMelanin, yeah, just getting away with spending all of this drive meter, and it really not amounting to much negative for his game plan, it seems.
Yeah, getting the perfect parry anti-air, but WaterMelanin getting his own perfect parry on defense as well, and closing the distance with that EX Fire.
Yeah, that wasn't perfectly spaced, but it was safe. But that one's definitely going to be plus, and the drive reversal to show it. LonelyVar in a scary situation here, though. And now that is also the Lily mind game, right? The cancel into wind charge, if she goes for the empty one, she can DI back, but any of the others, she will lose to DI in that cap. Sometimes it is just worth it to make her remember that it's unsafe.
Absolutely.
But
LonelyVar not out of this quite yet, putting WaterMelanin in burnout and closing out the match.
very nice play. Could have spent the meter to end it, but kept it going into this last round, and I super agree with that decision.
WaterMelanin trying to make some space to get the Spire and now trying to close the distance, but LonelyVar reversing it pretty consistently, not wanting to deal with that Oki pressure at all.
Yeah. But suddenly VAR is the one that finds himself in the corner. And Water just chilling full screen, accruing these stocks, already sitting on 2. Could go for the 3rd, but doesn't really need it. Oh, that's damage. But
And
no greater
WaterMelanin,
confirm.
he's got no drive gauge to work with, and now he's burnt out. He has to hold these plus frames from LonelyVar.
Oh, please punish! Please anti-air! LonelyVar, your character's so good at anti-airing. Uh-oh.
Oh, not quite at a distance where he can combo, but WaterMelanin just too big of a lead and taking this game.
Yeah, and that was kind of the Lily thing too. I feel like each time that we saw VAR accept an EX stocked Spire, right, the minus frames, each time he didn't go for the drive reversal, WaterMelanin just went for the standing light kick. Just no command grab here, and VAR blocked it. But that last interaction, he jumped, and WaterMelanin got the hit for it.
Absolutely, but WaterMelanin now closing the distance with those Spires. There it is again, an answer to that Fireball. I mean, the moment Lily gets those stocks, you can't really be zoning with Fireballs the way that you do anymore.
Yeah, and of course with Eds too, right, the 2-part, it makes it that much easier to react to with the Spire. Ooh, that was 0 on block, that Spire.
Well, it's probably safe in burnout, but LonelyVar escaping the burnout state. Now's his chance to make the comeback against WaterMelanin, closing the distance, going behind the Fireball with his drive rush.
Give me that punish, yeah, EX.
Oh, he's got Optimus, maybe.
Okay, we got kills, we got kills.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and judge it. Like, I even know what the optimals for Ed are. I mean, if I'm gonna be real, I played this character for 5 minutes and I was like, not for me.
No, bro, he's so cool.
I know he's cool, but I'm like, the moment I saw what he's capable of, I'm like, what I thought he was gonna be in his head is not what he was, and so I'm like, yeah, just let the specialist play him.
Totally. Ooh, like that. That's so minus. But taking the positional punish instead of the actual damage, LonelyVar coming away with some pretty good situations. And here is the anti-air.
Yeah, just like you were talking about before, Ed has some fantastic anti-airs to work with. Baits out the level 1 again. What punish does he got? Looks like he's going for the very similar one as last time, but going into the level 3.
I kind of love that. By no means optimal, but it was one of those combos where it's just like, how can I spend as much meter as physically possible before this round ends? Yeah, I think that was optimal meter consumption.
Yeah, not out of it quite yet. It's going to be 1-1 here, going into the last round. Honestly, I'm kind of rooting for LonelyVar at this point. I do want to see more Ed. I want to see how far he can take this character.
Ooh. Nice, but calling out the punish. WaterMelanin, big damage off of that command grab.
Walking behind that fireball again is so slow, very similar to Aki.
Yeah. Ooh, the parry, but you gotta... Ooh, interesting
A little bit too early, it looks like, with the jab trying to punish it.
Yeah. Ooh, big sweep. First time the dives have been punished, and it works out in favor of VAR. Whoa, too early again.
Yeah, with burnout, that move becomes, I think, +7 now, if I'm not wrong, +7 or +8. Meaty grab is, you know, you just got way too many plus frames to work with when you're burnt out.
Yeah. Ooh, and that's gonna hurt. That's gonna kill. LonelyVar, 1 round away from losing this. WaterMelanin ready to move on. Yeah, these baits are so high risk, it feels like. The faking of the fireball is still punishable by this EX Spire. But just like that.
Like he's trying to bait it out right now, it looks like. You'll see him doing a few regular ones, and then he saw the fake there, but for some reason he tried to do something and still got hit by the Spire that he was supposedly trying to bait out.
But it's not without benefit, because WaterMelanin now burnt out. We're going to see the orb combo.
Oh, he's got it now!
Ooh, slick with the Oki too.
Yeah, before it looks like he wasn't ready with the level 2 combos, but it seems like maybe it was just an input error this time and builds out the level 3. What
please kill.
Level 1? Not enough, not enough.
Not enough, not enough. But into heavy. No, too early! Oh, no, you better not die. You better not lose here, bro. Oh, he's in burnout. This is scary.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's crushed. It didn't work. Yeah.
Plus frames, yeah. So he canceled a heavy button into the DI. That's why you see the very rare lock state at the corner there with the wall spot.
And WaterMelanin barely. Oh, and I like this as the option to counter the windstock gaining. It's a really high risk option considering you can really just DI the charged heavy punch on reaction, but it's not so if she's in the middle of her taunt stance. Or charge stance, I suppose.
Yeah, and I mean, in general, a lot of people aren't really ready with these answers early on. It's something that you can kind of just get away with at this point. But now WaterMelanin's in the burnout state. He's going to have to be very careful with LonelyVar trying to close the gap with these fireballs.
Yeah.
But doesn't seem like... There he is. He's walking behind it.
Nice.
Getting the throw.
Okay, here we go. I was worried LonelyVar wasn't going to get much headway during the burnout state, but it appears I'm wrong. He's able to get this corner situation. And, yep, here's the Oki that you were talking about. Oh, again?
Oh,
no,
he tried to bait a level 2?
I like that attempt. Oh, no, but let it not be the end of you, LonelyVar.
Trying to bait something out with that feint. He wants the Spire.
I hope he's holding the up. He better be holding the up snatcher. Oh, but he just gets the throw.
Yeah,
I gotta say, the up snatcher, hitting somebody with that is probably one of the most satisfying reads I've ever had in this game.
Yeah, oh my goodness. It's such a good read. Like, it's the same feeling, you know, when you hit, like, the Rashid projectile, and then you just see some nasty-ass anti-air combo that he's got. Like, I was watching Angry Bird earlier, and he hit one, and I think he did DR heavy kick, and then heavy kick again, and then I think, like, medium punch into something. Like, that character, oh my goodness, his anti-air damage can be so high if you have the right situation. And honestly, it's something that I really want to see going forward in character design. Like, I'm seeing it a lot in the DLC characters, this pattern of they have high damage, but the high damage is not accessible at every single point.
Yeah.
Like a consistent theme that you're seeing in these top tiers is every single given hit, you just see an absurd amount of damage. But something that I want to see going into the future is that you don't get to take a third of my health off of every single hit. You only get it in these specific situations, and then you're really going to start to see certain characters shine. Like, you're going to see, for example, like mentioned before, Rashid, he's going to have really high anti-air damage. Or maybe you're going to see Luke only having high, like, grounded combos. You're not going to see him have high damage in all these different situations, you know?
Totally, yeah, the context. And, like, even just, like, damage in the corner, right? Like, being able to combo donkey kick into a light DP. Like, that does a lot for damage in the right context. But here we got, again, the story of the night is these camis, right? Taera this time, up against Supermune.
I think this... it's hard to keep track with 3 camis in the bracket, but it's possibly a run back. I don't remember.
Yeah, this is exactly the round 1 that we watched between these two. Yeah, well, that went 0-2 to Taera, but Supermune has been more or less convincingly beating all of his opponents up until now, so perhaps that was just the warm-up set?
Yeah, possibly. We'll see what the adaptations are from both of these players.
Oh man. I don't think the VOD, I don't think the viewers can appreciate this, but I'm watching on the new Ed stage, the Bison's Wrecked Laboratory. Man, this stage is so cool looking.
Oh yeah, I'm on the training stage personally from what I'm seeing in front of me.
Oh no.
But, you know, that aside, I mean, Supermune getting the jump-in combo, not quite going into level 3. I feel like that would have been a good decision considering the drive gauge that Taera had.
Yeah, Supermune, we've been seeing not a big super meter spender in these last few sets.
Oh and my goodness.
That could be his downfall. Taera gonna bring this to 1 touch. Boom.
Yeah, honestly, if you're trying to, oh my goodness, the 100-hand slap right in the level
not a wake-up move. That's not a wake-up move. And it's -4. Like, no, bro.
It works, bro. Oh my goodness. What I was gonna say, you know, I forgot what I was gonna say. Good shit, Supermune. That just threw me off so much. I was like, dude, what was I even talking about?
You mentally rocked both of us, I feel like. Holy crap. Man, that was like... That was the next brain. I didn't know the brains got that big.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine the input error that happened is a lot of times when you're holding down back charge and you try to go to forward for headbutt, you accidentally go over all of the inputs and do a quarter circle. So I imagine maybe that's what happened right there. But, you know, it worked out for him in the end.
My brain says you're right, but in my heart of hearts, that was on purpose.
Absolutely, but Taera looks like they're making the adaptation going into the second game, taking the first round.
Answering air there.
Yeah, absolutely. Answering the Honda butt slam very clean with air-to-airs this time instead of DPs.
Yeah. Ooh, and we get the no. Oh, +1 off the spiral arrow whiff. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, interesting meaty setup. I haven't seen that one either.
Yo, full screen.
Oh, man. You have to be looking for that. Like, that is day 1 Cammy, where like the moment they have level 3 and they want to close out around it, they are looking for throw into super, bro. That's all they're thinking about.
Bro, Taera just looked at the camera and said, execute.
I'ma do it.
Oh man, but Superman looking pretty cozy on that other end of the green and on the board this time. So definitely not going down like the last set. Taera again, really, really close to this burnout situation.
Yeah, something that I've actually seen happen a few times here is I don't think Supermune knows that the hooligan overhead, like you saw right there, it's -2 on block. It's your turn. And I feel like he doesn't know that. Like each time he's trying to attempt a defensive option against him, when in reality it's actually his turn.
Yo, banking the DI at the exact first moment that Taera could. Such a good decision blowing up that headbutt. And now, Supermune back to the wall figuratively, soon to be literally, perhaps, as Taera.
Yeah, Supermune answering all of his approach options so well, just being a giant stop sign. But Taera going into burnout and going for the hooligan shenanigans, but not on the second time. No, sir. Going level 3?
I think level 2 or level 1 even after that first set of hands might have killed, but
better safe than sorry.
Absolutely.
But the unfortunate thing is now he's going to be going into this third round with no bar, and Taera still has level 3 stocked up.
Yeah, definitely scary. Supermune cannot afford to get hit by any actual hits early into this match. Oh, but there could be one. No super. And there's the parry. Just walk. Wow.
Forward
He had
throw
time
as
to
well, not
walk
even
up.
back throw.
Bro had time to walk up and it was still punish counter. That's kind of crazy.
Oh,
wow.
Tried to DI him because he's in the burn. He tried again. He really wants that DI into a crumple for a big combo.
He might be looking a little out of gas though.
Yeah, he was just hitting DI, hoping for it to land. But Taera snuffed it out, realized real quickly that's all that he's thinking about, and answered all of them properly.
Yeah,
but
that...
shout outs to Supermune going and getting 5th, I believe, now in this bracket. Right? I think that's 5th place, right? And also shout outs real quick to WaterMelanin getting 7th place in this bracket as well. Good job to both of these players making it into the top 8.
Yeah, dude, a Lily in the top 8, that is hype. That is super hype. But next we're going to find out who else gets 5th and who else moves on to losers semis, because we're going to get Goose, our Ryu friend, back versus LonelyVar. Ryu versus Ed. Ryu versus Ed.
Yeah, so both of these characters, I mean, we've seen Goose play really solidly. I mean, both him and SlowRelic have been fantastic Ryus, playing very patiently. But, you know, something that's always going to come into play is matchup and experience right now. And, you know, while LonelyVar was a little bit shaky in certain instances, he definitely showed that he had the thought there and he has the combos. He's definitely not lacking. He's not lacking it. So, you know, if he just has the execution on point and he lands what he's thinking about, I think he could possibly make it work. But we'll find out.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, going straight into it. We got some fireballs, we got some jumps, and we got LonelyVar coming out with the first big hit. Goose in the corner.
Yeah, LonelyVar getting the early corner positioning. Huge life lead here, putting Goose in the corner, not letting him jump out.
Yeah, and this is looking like that matchup and experience you were talking about, perhaps. But Ryu, the generalist, you can never really count out that tool set.
Yeah, absolutely. But LonelyVar, ever since he's got the life lead, he's just retreated to a defensive position. You know, he doesn't have to make any big decisions. He's just chilling on his bar. But now Goose gets the perfect parry into the back throw. He's gonna have to worry about the burnout. Oh!
Nice. Knowing that the link was there on the crouch medium kick.
Yeah, I didn't even know that combo. That's something I learned just now.
Oh, man. But Goose was looking pretty ready to mount that comeback, so I don't think his mental's out of it by a long shot. Nice parry into back throw. And again, it's that situation in the corner that he wanted. Gonna go for the safe jump. But yeah, it is the safe jump.
Yeah, getting perfect parry twice in a row. LonelyVar is definitely on point with those timings on wake up.
Nice, but there's the parry on the heavy or medium flicker like you were talking about as well. Just reduce that pull in, that vacuum effect.
Yeah, but it's definitely something he's going to have to establish much more if he's actually going to start getting this mind game going. But LonelyVar doesn't look like he's going to need it so far. So, he tried to bait it out there, but he waited a little bit too long, and Goose is going to make him die for it.
I actually love that too, though. Just holding it, making him burn his own parry by holding parry and not parrying anything.
Yeah, it's not a bad option overall.
Ooh. But DPing at -4, not a bad option either. Goose taking an early life lead this time around. Oh, and big jump. Just straight into it, too. Shin, Shore, Yukin.
And LonelyVar is going to have to worry about his drive gauge here. Only 1.5 bars to work with. If you can land a CA combo, then he can start making this comeback, gaining a little bit of drive bar back, and also getting that huge chunk of damage. But Goose not letting up his pressure.
That was clean as heck. Goose taking that first game. against LonelyVar.
Yeah, something that you're always going to notice between Ryu players, and it's really hard to suss out, especially in these early rounds, is this guy crazy, or is he going to be doing things really cleanly? Is he going to be going slow, taking his time, and just seeing what I'm going to be doing?
Oh. Yeah, Ryu... Yeah, it's just like the character is so solid that when he is crazy, you're just like, why are you doing this?
Yeah, all of a sudden he's dashing at you. All of a sudden he's just he's canceling crouch medium kick into heavy house shogeki, which is not a true block string at all.
Oh, but the nice. Is he gonna do it again? He did it again.
Bro, these people don't care. There's a little bit of that crazy this that you were talking about. See, if that was me, I would have gotten hit. Because I'm like, oh, he's not dumb enough to do it again, and then he did it.
Twice? Surely not. No.
Surely not. Surely not.
Goose undeterred. Uh-oh. Here we go. This time LonelyVar getting a little nice early damage. And the parries you see are making such a difference in this drive gauge tug of war. Goose so much more willing to spend drive at a moment's notice, resulting in these sorts of burnouts, which could be good for Goose now, but we'll see in a moment if it stays that way.
Yeah, Goose here in the burnout state, but it looks like he's not fearing it at all. LonelyVar not really taking advantage of it much, and Goose just being able to keep him away the whole time and go back and get his 6 bars of butter.
Yeah. And if you're Goose right now, I think the objective is to end this round without using any super, and that's gonna do it. Nice, just tags low and putting Goose in a really good situation to move forward in the tournament today. LonelyVar.
Both players with level 3 stocked. Pretty much even on life so far.
Ooh, nice punish. Boom. Straight into level 3. Gonna get all of that drive meter back. And get a nice life lead. Oh.
Such a sick animation.
It is. Oh! Whoa! Plus
safe.
or safe though.
-2, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think -3. I got the data on. The
Oh
viewers
damn,
can't
you got
see
it on lock.
Oh.
Yeah, you're the prepared commentator out here. I'm just winging it. I'm just here for the ride. You're saying all the cool stuff.
Yeah, your frame datas are still compiling shaders or something. I don't know.
Definitely, but both of these guys in burnout, not going into the level 3. Probably could have taken
Really
the round
scary.
there, but
nice, and finally the anti-air's coming out. So plus is LonelyVar, but Goose out of burnout. That's the hit.
Going into the level 3 this time, and Goose is gonna be the one to move on here. Down goes the single ed in this bracket. Unfortunately, we are gonna have to say goodbye to LonelyVar, also sharing the 5th place spot, but well played, showcasing some of the awesome stuff that Ed can do, and that he's definitely gonna be a character that you're gonna have to look out for.
Totally. It was a pleasure watching you, LonelyVar. That was a lot of fun. Thanks for coming out. And shoot, I mean, like you were talking about, like Ed is not Ryu, right? He's closer to that Rashid. Like he's not a 1 week character, if you will.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna take a little bit. And I feel like we might have a similar situation to Rashid with him, where a lot of people initially are going to think he's weak, but I really feel like once people take the time to fully understand what he's capable of, that, you know, we're going to really start to see some of the broken stuff that he's capable of. I mean, day 1 Oki, you know, that's not going to be anything special. I think once we see the level 2 setups, once we see the nasty tech with the Snatcher, then we're really going to start to see the dirt.
Yo, but this is it, folks. We've entered the final set of rounds. All sets from here on out are going to be first to 3. And we're going to kick it off with this winner's finals between Zurikhan and SlowRelic.
I think these two might have played before. I'm going to peruse through the bracket real quick. But Zurikhan definitely went through a lot of people to get, yeah, so No, they haven't played before. They were on opposite sides, and this is going to be the winner's side.
But man, if this isn't a matchup we saw before, right? I think what you were thinking of was SlowRelic versus Taera just happened to bring him here. So he's certainly ready for the Cammy matchup. But Zurikhan, certainly a different kind of Cammy. Ooh.
Yeah, Zurikhan has definitely gone into burnout a lot of times, but showed no fear, staying solid the whole time. But now SlowRelic, excuse me, is going to be the one that's putting him in the corner here.
And man, SlowRelic putting on kind of just a show of beautiful spacing in all of those interactions just there, starting with the little grappler jump to make the anti-air with, and taking it all the way to the end of the round.
Oh man, busting out with the EXDP early, showing him he's not afraid. SlowRelic slowing it down.
Yeah, first one of our set. We'll see how many we see now. But again, whoa, I don't think that was what he wanted.
Level 3? Oh my goodness. He wants to save it. Oh!
And he got the reset he wanted. That should be. Oh, he's going for the cool stuff. Let me see.
I mean, he did not need to do that, but that is definitely a stylish combo. SlowRelic gonna be the one taking the first game off of Zurikhan. Like you mentioned before, Zurikhan has yet to drop a single game this round, and SlowRelic is gonna be the first person to make him sweat all night.
Bro, whoever's idea it was to give Ryu sauce, I am so here for it.
I know, seriously, this character has been white bread for the longest time, but honestly, with this new coat of paint in Street Fighter 6, he is definitely a character I actually enjoy watching for once.
Real. Oh, but Zurikhan probably not enjoying all this nice spacing from SlowRelic. No counter DI, though. Whoa.
Oh, not sure what the read was there, but he's getting the donkey kick, and now he's got the throw loops going.
Oh,
Number 2,
no.
a third one. No, but he goes for the meaty this time. SlowRelic taking the first round.
I love the jab. The stand jab is the frame kill, and of course, standing medium punch and throw, more or less the same. Gonna hit on the same frame, so it really is just the 50-50. Uh-oh.
Yeah, we'll see what the adaptation is going to be here from Zurikhan. Hasn't really quite found the rhythm that he's looking for. I mean, SlowRelic has been answering all of his offensive attempts pretty well, but here he is with the first normal throw.
Yeah. I think Zurikhan getting a lot this round off of SlowRelic just taking these stray hits, right? But finally landing a big combo. Zurikhan able to spend this level 3 and get on the board. How do you feel about that level 3 usage?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm a big fan of it personally. I mean, look at the life lead that he has. I feel like maybe if he went to level 1 or even just nothing at all, he probably could have secured the round at the end regardless.
I think so too. Could have been just like the need to get it over with, but that need to get that over with is what is giving SlowRelic this opportunity here with all the meter and all the time in the world. That's not going to be the one he uses it on though. Oh, nice anti-air. It's an important turnaround for Zurikhan. -3, just taking their turn back. Nice.
Oh, beautiful anti-air with that stand. Heavy kick and baits the delay tech. Zurikhan. He's got to be careful. He's got to be careful. The level 3 in between all of this. But Zurikhan just running over him with the constant pressure from the drive rush cancels. Oh, man.
And Zurikhan with the commitment that he would not let that round slip, and so it went. But SlowRelic, again, we're seeing a lot of this right side corner. Zurikhan giving up a lot of space in their attempt to win these rounds, and SlowRelic kind of taking it and running.
Oh no, and he drops the combo here. Oh, is this the side switch optimal, it looks like?
Yeah, just gonna take that space. Oh, and the second time Zurikhan's been hit by that one.
Yeah.
It's tricky, right? Because the normal was on hit.
Yeah, when you get hit specifically, you're like, oh no, I got hit, and then you try to block, but then you realize it's a wall spot, and by then it's too late.
But finally, we see what the left side of the corner looks like. That's pretty cool over here.
Oh man,
SlowRelic saying, let's stick around.
Welcome to my turf. All right, Zurikhan, he's gonna have a lot of work to do here, but he has put SlowRelic in burnout.
Yeah, but SlowRelic showing that he knows what to do against these spin knuckle block string infinites.
Good. I don't know why you level 3 there, but now Zurikhan is gonna get the punish and close that gap a little bit more. This is gonna be his opportunity.
Oh, so scary if you're SlowRelic. I mean, Cammy doesn't have like the best chip options, but dang can she anti-air. Zurikhan taking that round.
Yeah, in what should have been an advantageous situation for SlowRelic in that round has actually made it even because of that level 3 on Wake Up from SlowRelic that missed.
Yeah, and with a couple drive rushes, SlowRelic already sitting at a sliver, and there's the burnout. Okay, what's the Oki? Another hooligan throw. Zurikhan really likes that hooligan throw. And a dropped combo! Again! Whoa, SlowRelic.
Normal DP on Wake Up, or was that a reaction anti-air?
I gotta hope it was a reaction.
What do you think?
I mean, are light DPs throw invincible in this game?
No, I don't think any of them have invincibility like they have in Street Fighter V, if I'm not mistaken. Because I know, you know, in 5, medium is coded to anti-air, light is coded to throws, but I don't think that's the case in this game, if I'm not mistaken. You got the frame data, maybe it says it, but from my
I'm not aware, so I think I really want to just lean on Zurikhan reacting with the anti-air. I think that was the intended choice, and I think it was the right one.
All right, well, regardless of what the decision is, it looks like we're gonna have Taera and Goose go at it. I think.
Oh no, we're going right back in because I don't think they knew that it was first to 3.
Oh, apologies. Let me get back into spectator.
Yeah, they're still loading in.
I was so locked into the match that I just completely forgot what this count was in the first place.
And it's a weird situation, right, for both players to think that they've won and then need to sort of rethink it in the moment. Let's see if this affects their play at all.
Yeah, no, I am definitely guilty of doing that in tournament several times.
Okay, SlowRelic trapped in the corner, sliver of drive meter. Nice conversion.
Wow, look how far that DP went to convert off of the stand heavy kick.
But man, he's fighting his way out of this burnout scare. He might not get chipped yet, but he will get hit. Zurikhan sitting on set point.
Yeah, button that you're gonna see, especially in those scramble situations from Cammy, that crouch medium punch is honestly not talked up enough. It's almost like a weaker version of Luke's crouch medium punch, where it's so hard to whiff punish, and it's so fast. Like, it is definitely a button that people are not talking about enough.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say JP's crouch medium punch, since that was another one we were talking about for the same reason earlier. Oh, but here come the mid-screen loops. No throw. SlowRelic getting a little antsy here, it seems. You still do have a lot of time on the clock, but this life deficit isn't going to make up itself. Oh, big boot.
Yeah, both of these players are definitely content with slowing it down, and as I speak, he gets the punish counter stand heavy kick anti-air into the level 3, and Zurikhan not quite going to be taking this match, but he's in a big life lead, and SlowRelic is going to have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, defense is key. Drive meter management is key, but it's not going to matter if you just get hit by a light confirm. Zurikhan is going to move on to grand finals.
As expected from the beginning, but SlowRelic is definitely, you know, he's no pushover. That was a very close match for all those rounds.
Yeah.
He definitely showed that he had the knowledge to make it work overall. But before he gets to get another opportunity, we're going to have to watch Taera and Goose first go at it. And then based off of the results of those matches, we're either going to see a Cammy mirror or we're going to see a Ryu mirror.
I love this.
Rather interesting to say the least. I mean, typically those are characters that people gravitate towards simply because of popularity, not even in terms of tier strength. But I mean, we might start seeing Ryu's make a comeback overall just because of those really nice buffs that he's gotten. Yeah. And that's something that I'm definitely down for.
Yeah, totally. Man, what I always love like a good mirror match narrative. It's unfortunate that I don't think we can get a Ryu Mirror Grand Finals, but we can get a Losers Finals.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'll take what I can get. I mean, when you have these two that have been climbing through all these different camis, playing the same matchup over and over, you know, I kind of just want to see the Ryu Mirror at this point.
I love that they're just clawing through the cami.
Yeah,
Why are there so many?
Seriously. I mean, you just climbed through Zurikhan, and now you got to go through another one.
Just this ladder of hooligans. Taera looking like a hooligan, flipping around Goose.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think Taera was the one that liked to close out the rounds with the EX hooligan. But we'll see how
we got Goose doing this combo he's been doing all night, and it looks saucy every time.
Oh, the wake up DP, not gonna eat that meaty DI that he was going for.
Oh, he tried to do it! Just like you said.
Taera. It was Taera, yep. She's the EX hooligan thrower.
Alright, Goose so ready for it too. Nice! Parry. Dash forward. But Taera also the wake up EX DPer of these two camis for sure. I think I believe these two played already in winners, no? Taera versus Goose?
Possibly, but it is definitely going to be hard for Goose to keep track of what his habits are going to be, considering he's been playing camis all day, right? It's kind of hard to remember. It's like, oh, did this one EXDP a lot? Does this one do hooligan? Does this one play clean? You know, it's kind of hard to differentiate at a time like this.
Oh, but there's the DI. But Taera just maintaining this nice offense.
Oh my goodness, the cancel from jabs right into the EX hooligan.
Now I feel like this was maybe breaking out that level 3 a little too early, giving Goose the opportunity to win this back, but it is still a big ask.
Oh, Goose finds the hit. Here's level 3. Oh, doesn't spend it quite yet.
Yeah, another scary situation, right?
Oh, there he does it again, but this time instead of the throw, he goes for the low, which is honestly a kind of confusing choice considering he's been doing the throw almost always. I thought he would be going for the overhead this time.
And it's funny, I think Goose did too, which is why he parried, right? But if he had held parry, it would have also been safe to the low, but he released it a little early and got punish countered for it.
Yeah.
Now
we'll see if he
Taera
makes the adaptation going forward, but this time, perfect parries that overhead from the hooligan and gets the DI wall splat while he's in burnout.
Yeah, immediate stun. Boom, boom. Oh, goes for the safe jump instead.
Oh no, EX DP after the safe jump this time.
Oh. Oh, Goose is looking in a rough spot.
There is again. They know. They haven't answered it enough. They haven't anti-aired it, and now they're just abusing it at this point, using it way more often than they probably would in your typical match.
As they really should, right? A friend of mine once said, if it hits the first time, it's mix, but if it hits the second time, it's a wrap. And Goose has got to do something pretty quick, or else this might be a wrap.
If it hits a third time, shake their hand. It's GG's. Go report it to the tournament organizer.
Precisely, but man, we're gonna see no level 3 there. That would have killed, but perhaps Goose wants to save that meter. Any good 2-hit combo will do it, or a throw for Goose at this point.
Oh my goodness, that stand heavy punch. Such a hard button to deal with.
Yeah.
And really low recovery for a heavy button overall.
Oh. Yeah, that was the Ryu standing heavy punch was the one I saw when I first picked up this game. I was like, oh, I'm gonna like this game.
Oh yeah.
This is a fun button to press.
Oh man. Oh, the wall
just
splat.
close enough. I wonder if it wall splatted only because he was airborne. Ooh, that should kill, right? No, maybe not, but the burnout.
I'm gonna bet on yes. Will it kill?
Okay, yeah,
No,
a little
it
bit
will
too
not.
scaled from the drive rush. But that's gonna kill.
Oh my goodness, definitely a raw CA wake up from Taera.
The cute.
Gonna take game number 2.
Yeah, and you know, we saw the signs of life from Goose, but man, this is still kind of just looking like the Taera show. Goose has really got to figure out some answer to, like you were saying, some answer to these hooligans, some answer to these spin knuckles, some answer to these lows. Goose getting tagged by these low drive rushes a lot.
And I mean, I saw Goose jump back for the last hooligan, but again, that's not really the right option you should be going for. You need to be anti-airing it to show that you actually understand how to deal with the move.
Yeah, definitely one of those things surprisingly weak to basically any anti-air in the game.
Yeah, but the OD version, it's so fast, it's hard to be ready for sometimes.
Exactly.
And Taera just not taking their foot off of the gas and continuing.
Oh! Man, I would love to see, like, a linked DP out of these forced knockdowns on the hooligan.
Oh, that would be so sight.
Taera's ready! You can't get away with those. And gets nice. Oh, that's plus. Oh, is it not? It's -1? Huh.
Is it? I actually have no... I'm pretty sure it's minus. I don't think it's plus.
Well,
right?
the charged one is like less minus, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, good.
But
good.
yeah, I think you were right. The uncharged is punishable, and then the charged is like safe. Is that gonna hit?
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Okay,
Goose
well,
is not really finding his footing in these matches overall. Just
Yeah,
really hard knowledge checks to deal with that hooligan.
yeah, and with that, this Goose is cooked. Congratulations to Goose, out at 4th place. But it was awesome watching you cook while it was going. So ends my dream of a Ryu versus Ryu losers finals, but so be it.
Yeah, and Taera's reward for winning against Goose's Ryu is another Ryu waiting for him.
Yep.
Get on up there.
And now I was wrong about Taera versus Goose, but SlowRelic versus Taera we have seen. So this is going to be a run back. That one was 2-1. So Taera did get a game on the board in that one. So with this going to 1st to 3, we could see a set. We could have a game on our hands.
1st to 3, you definitely have a lot more time to actually pick apart what options they're picking, and I feel like that's why a lot of people talk about moving this game to possibly 1st to 3, is that so much adaptations have to happen during these sets just because of the sheer amount of options that you can present at any given time.
Yeah. Ooh, a little too plus right there. But SlowRelic so patient, just backing up, getting that space and getting the hit.
Tried to do that meaty overhead setup, but Taera were ready with the EX the EXDP.
Ooh. Man.
Wow, just the relentless pressure from the spin knuckles into the DI.
Yeah. I was right about to compliment SlowRelic for not panicking in the corner, but right before I said it, he got hit by that counter hit on Wake Up.
Yeah, and something sneaky that I just realized from Cammy is that the animation of her DI and Spin Knuckle look very similar.
Yeah.
Especially when you're right next to them in the corner. And I feel like that's what makes the hit rate success so high with it.
Yo, speaking of high hit rate successes, that EX Knuckle going behind, that's the first time we've seen that block tonight. SlowRelic actually ready for that mix-up. Oh, not a punish counter. Whoa.
Correct, catching him on the other side. Oh, again, Taera is not having the hooligan answered at all, and it looks like SlowRelic might possibly fall victim to it as well if he's not ready.
Yeah. You got to be ready for these little games of leapfrog against Cammy sometimes. Nice EX on Wake Up. Oh, but no real confirms here, and SlowRelic just getting able to get out of there. But in burnout now. Nice DP. Nice heavy punch. Oh! Oh!
SlowRelic keeping such a solid neutral game, keeping him back while in burnout state, but now he's got to be careful, and he makes it out of the corner. But it's not enough, and Taera takes this first round.
Man, it's too bad for SlowRelic. His timing on those reversal jabs, that round in particular, were so strong, but not able to capitalize off so many of them. Oh?
Perfect
Alright.
parry from SlowRelic, putting him in the corner, and now, oh, but he puts himself in the corner.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, and now Taera is not gonna let that mistake go unpunished. Now here comes the pressure.
Nice, the jabs again working out, but the DI, it doesn't matter if Taera is just always in the air. And SlowRelic not gonna live this one, he does!
I feel like if he canceled in a level 3, he probably could have killed there.
Definitely.
Both of these people just were jumping over each other, not being able to keep each other in the corner. But here comes SlowRelic. He's got bar to work with. He has level 3. It is definitely still possible.
A level 3 for sure will kill, but that wasn't the one that I meant. But you know, if it works, it works.
I'm genuinely curious if, you know, if Taera makes it through, and if they beat SlowRelic, and then they go and work their way back up to Zurikhan, sorry, waiting on the other side. Is he gonna be ready for those hooligan mix-ups because he's also playing Cammy?
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see, or it could be interesting to see. I guess I don't want to count SlowRelic out so soon, but Taera looking pretty strong this round for sure. SlowRelic just keeps seeming stuck in this corner and needing to resort to panic options like that EXDP just to get out.
Oh man, but again, Taera just relentless pressure, putting so much on the mental stack for SlowRelic that it seems like he's having a hard time keeping up with the decision making that's happening right now.
I think you're right, yeah. It's a long tournament, and perhaps the endurance, the gas tank running near empty. Taera getting everything that they want out of these corner interactions. And not even the reversal jabs or reversal throws are doing anything for SlowRelic anymore. It's looking kind of long for man. There it is.
Oh man. And that is going to be the last for you of the tournament. And for grand finals, we're going to be having a Cammy mirror. But for now, congrats to SlowRelic for getting 3rd place here. A fantastic showing, an outstanding performance from both of these players.
Yeah, definitely a delight to see some saucy Ryu stuff. But
yeah,
the sauce is not over, because like you said, we get to see what happens now when 2 EX hooligan throws clash in midair.
Oh,
you know,
I want to see that. I want to see round start, both of them EX hooligan.
Oh, please do it for the culture.
Oh man, but a pattern that I've definitely noticed for both of these players is Zurikhan definitely takes a much more solid approach. They want to slow it down. They want to get clean whiff punishes, whereas Taera, they kind of take the more almost like Kimberly-like approach, I want to say, where they're rushing you down, they're presenting all these different options, and they're seeing if your mental stack can keep up with it.
Totally, yeah. Taera all about those high-risk, high-reward plays, right?
Yeah.
You see that Zurikhan content to get backed into this corner, but this is exactly where Taera wants him. And there's the mix. Now I feel like this is usually how the first rounds of these two types of players go, right? If you're the defensive guy, losing that first round, especially in a 1st to 3, doesn't really feel that bad. Taera showing a lot of offensive cards right out the gate.
Right now, he's taking notes. He's saying, you know, what do you like to do? What are your habits? Like, he's probably watching the stream and seeing what his habits are overall, but he has to see for himself, you know, what if he changes his mind all of a sudden when it comes to a mirror match?
And here we talk about, like, that EX. The very first EX hooligan that Taera pulls out, Zurikhan is ready with the heavy kick anti-air.
And here comes the burnout loop.
Kind of scary. Nice. The trade gonna close it out for Zuri, and now it's just 1 round to 1. Whoa.
Oh, not quite getting the punish on the whiff dive kick, but here comes Taera with the corner pressure. Oh my gosh, shades of Street Fighter V with that whiff stand heavy kick on Crashers.
Right. Exactly what I was thinking. Whiff. That's the plus on whiff.
Yeah, oh my, that was so obnoxious in the early seasons before they reduced some of the recovery.
Guile back fist into jab, and you're just like, why am I getting hit right now?
Yeah. Chun-Li stand heavy kick. Oh
Yep.
my god.
But man, Taera closing it out with a perfect too. Maybe I was wrong about my thought, but again, one game is just one game. And
Yeah,
this is not the first game that Zurikhan has dropped. If we recall, he did drop one in his round against SlowRelic, in his set against SlowRelic.
Yeah, but if it's one thing that I'm definitely seeing is when it comes time to hit the other person, Zurikhan definitely has the more optimal combos so far. Oh, and he stopped the hooligan this time. As he saw, he jabbed him out of the air.
Nice, yeah, and these anti-air Zurikhan really ready with them, it seems. Oh, not ready with the DI that time. Taera burnt out instead. I think like a level 1 will just chip Taera out right now.
Oh man.
But
Oh, wake up, level 1 Zurikhan, not holding on to that burnout pressure anymore. Fighting back, showing signs of life this time around, and clearly making the adaptations as we've seen so far.
yeah, and you see just beginning of this round, I was about to say approaching with a little bit more confidence, but Zurikhan's still looking like he really enjoys just holding that space of his own. And a bust out to call out a whiffed sweep. And suddenly Zurikhan owns the corner space.
Yeah, here comes Zurikhan with the corner positioning. He's got to keep him locked there. Doesn't interrupt the raw spin knuckle in neutral though. Yeah, that's something that Taera has gotten away with so much. He's altered his jump timings with different buttons, with his dive kick, and it's just been really hard for Zurikhan to consistently anti-air, but it's not gonna matter. He's gonna go into level 3.
Man. And I think this is the scary spot for Taera, is the moment where the game is won without them getting around. Like, is this the download? Or is this just the mid game?
Yeah. It's something that'll always roll in your mind where it's like, was it luck that he stopped with the knowledge check or was he ready for it? Has he made the adaptation? But Zurikhan putting himself into burnout early.
Yeah, and Taera just able to put on this pressure, and only one bar to Zurikhan's name. Ooh, and gonna just take the DI. Boom, boom.
Boom.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, even despite making the adaptation, I mean, Cammy's options, they're not fully gimmicks. Like, in isolation, they are gimmicks, but to watch out for drive rush, for her jump options, for her dive kick, for hooligan, it's hard to keep that all in your mental stack.
Yo, and that throw was not a punish counter on the DP, it was a punish counter on the wake up parry afterwards. That's kind of crazy. But here we go. Finally back to 1 round apiece. Who's going to take the big swing game?
Yeah, Zurikhan getting the throw and kind of just backing off as you see there. Definitely a much more reserved approach, having the life lead, but now getting the whiff punish, but not having his drop combo punished at all.
Oh my gosh, both of these players just getting, you could say, incredibly lucky or incredibly unlucky, depending on how you look at it. And the result is Taera stuck in this corner.
Getting away with that raw spin knuckle in neutral again, but it's not going to matter to Zurikhan. While he is burnt out, he only needs 1 hit, and so does Taera.
Oh, but
Oh my goodness.
so does Taera, but Taera takes 3. How greedy, how greedy. You didn't need all 3 of those.
This might be indication that the way to fight this matchup is actually to go Taera's way and go kind of nutty. Maybe the solid approach is not what you want to do.
Maybe so. I mean, I feel like a lot of the problems that are arising for Zurikhan is his decisions to burn himself out on drive rush cancels. But that is not the reason for this round's loss, so I could be wrong about that too.
Yeah, but here comes Zurikhan. While he does have a lot of life to work through, he's got to punish this. There you go. He gets the combo off of the block drive reversal. Now he has opportunity. Wake up spiral arrow. I don't know what happened there, but blocks the DP.
Bro is
out the round.
mashing. Bro is mashing. The wake up light spiral arrow is definitely an EXDP. You cannot.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry.
No fear in his heart whatsoever.
Oh, I am shook. I was like, surely these wake up non-EX options are not on purpose, and then Taera just round start non-EX heavy TPs.
Oh man, but here comes Zurikhan. It looks like he's making the adaptation this time around, and he's making it look like he can control Taera a little bit more now.
Yeah, but again, nice, and there's the anti-air that you were looking for again on those hooligans, and that is going to put Zurikhan at 2-2, it seems. We could see another set of Cammy versus Cammy.
Yeah, possibly, but something to definitely note is that you can anti-air the hooligan with a jab. A lot of people, I see them trying to anti-air it with their actual anti-air, which is probably slower than a jab, but especially in gut reaction situations like that, like a jab will most likely be the answer that you're looking for and is much easier and much faster.
Yeah. Yeah, much lower risk, right?
Yeah.
Ooh. But yikes. Here's that Oki situation that Taera loves so much, but
Yeah,
back
and-
throw. Are we gonna see the DP? We are.
Yeah, you
They're
definitely
not
gotta bait
reading.
it out. He's done it way too many times.
Tried to bait that time, go for a late mash, but gets mashed on instead. Zurikhan sitting on just a little sliver of health. There was the...
He tried to do a hooligan of his own.
That was the hooligan! That was the hooligan clash!
Oh, here
my
we go.
God.
Zurikhan's not out of it quite yet, but I think he tried to go for the shimmy there, but he couldn't walk out of throw range. It's hard to tell.
Yeah. That or like a DP bait, right? But Taera not having it. Wake up back throw.
Oh my goodness, but here we go, Zurikhan. Again, I think he's trying to shimmy, but I think Taera is going for immediate wake-up throw, and maybe that's why the shimmy attempt is failing, but now Zurikhan is going to go into level 3 to not only get a big chunk of damage, but recover his really low amount of drive gauge.
Yeah, huge for him, right? And now it's really just his round to lose. Taera, yeah. You know, it was possible, but Taera had a hill to
man.
climb.
Taera really needs this game if they're going to be moving on and getting the bracket reset. But Zurikhan, here we go.
Yeah, don't feel like the journey is over yet, Zurikhan, because man, Taera still has these combos. But Taera not the only one that wake up DPs. Yo!
Oh, he let go of parry and he got burnt out for it. And now he's in the burnout situation. It's going to be difficult. But Zurikhan keeping him at bay pretty well so far with those neutral jumps. Oh, the EX didn't work out. He's going into level 1. Is that it? Oh my goodness, Zurikhan. That is going to be enough, and it's going to close it out. No grand finals reset. And he's going to be the winner of this bracket.
Rookie edition number 9, Zurikhan finally taking his long-deserved W.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, after watching all of his matches, I am thoroughly convinced you, good sir, do not belong here. I will see you possibly next week if I can actually enter a bracket for once, now that work is done at my house. But yeah, I'll see you in the normal bracket, and I look forward to playing you, good sir. Congratulations again, and congratulations also for Taera getting second place. Also a fantastic showing here.
Yeah, super cool to see it all. And of course, none of this is possible without y'all at home. I'm talking to you, the viewers, and I'm talking to you, the bracket entrants, because shoot, if we didn't have a Zurikhan tonight, we would not have been able to see this long-awaited dub. So thank you, y'all. Keep coming out. Next Wednesday is going to be our regular ladder. So if you are a master player, you can come back. And if this rookie format was fun for you, 2 weeks out is going to be our next one of those. But, you know, with that, I mean, congrats to Zurikhan. But with that, I think that's it for us. So
I think that will be it for the night, and we have to do one last shout out for probably the most underappreciated people in the FGC, the production. I see you with that cup of water. I see you working hard. No, don't cover the camera.
with that cute mustache,
Adorable.
we all know who we're talking about.
Oh my goodness. Shout out to the production staff, but thank you all so much for joining us every week. We'll catch you at the next one. Good night, everybody.
Peace.